Hey guys, I'm here in San Jose, California, and today I wanted to go on a food tour throughout the Bay Area of one of the most famous, if not the most famous food in Vietnamese cuisine, which is of course pho. And for me personally, very few foods warm my soul like a good bowl of pho. So today I'm starting out right here at Pho Hanoi here in San Jose, but I'll also be going to a highly rated pho spot in San Francisco as well as Oakland. So join me and let's try some of the best pho here in the Bay Area. So Pho Hanoi just opened, so let's go inside. So here you can see, they have actually, let me show you before I go in, they have a ton of dining area here on the outside, as you can see here. They even have booths on the outside of the restaurant, so you can see how busy it gets here. And here's the inside of the restaurant, so all the seating inside. And here they have a mural of Hanoi, and of course that's a beautiful mural they have here. Makes me miss visiting Hanoi. I haven't been there in about 5 years, so I'm looking forward to going back to Vietnam. But I'm gonna go ahead and make my order and try the pho for the first time here at Pho Hanoi. Here's a close-up of the menu here at Pho Hanoi. So here you can see the appetizers. They have things like chicken wings, crab rolls, pork rolls. Here's all the noodle soups, all the phos, both beef and chicken. They also have bumble whey, bun cha, bun tit, and if you look on the back of the menu, they have a few other items. They also have images. It looks like they have a beef rib, as well as other dishes as well. So quite a few to choose from, but as you know, I'm gonna be ordering some pho. Appreciate it. All right, guys, so the food came out extremely fast here at Pho Hanoi. I ordered like 3 minutes ago, and my food is already out. I ended up ordering the combination pho, which is a total of $18.50, which includes flat meat, well done, brisket, meatballs, and it says short ribs with no bone. And also on the side, I ordered a beef rib right here. And the total for this piece was $9. So I'm looking forward to trying it. They give me a little bit of, looks like steamed bean sprouts, as well as the regular condiments that they have, a little lime. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little lime in before I get started. I'll throw the vegetables in. And I'm really looking forward to it. And you know, it's funny because it's gonna be a hot day here in San Jose, so you know, some people say, why are you gonna eat something hot on a hot day? Well, they do in Vietnam. Right early in the morning, if you go to Vietnam, you're gonna see people eating pho early in the morning. So looking forward to trying this. Let me mix this all together. Well, as I mix this together, maybe we can talk about the origin of pho. And you know, there's not a lot of documentation about where pho began, but the legend has it is back in the early 20th century. There was some French influence as well as Chinese influence from the merchants there. So many believe that pho derived from the stew pot au feu, which is a French stew, or possibly beef stew from the Chinese as well. Which the name is similar to rice noodle in Cantonese. So that's where they believe that pho originated. But of course now pho is its own legend in itself. It's a legendary food. So let me go ahead and actually, before eating any of the noodles or the meat, is trying the soul of pho itself. And the soul of pho is the broth. So here's a close-up of the broth. So first sip of the broth here at Pho Hanoi. It's nice and clean flavor. It's not too salty. Nice and warm. Very good. A very good broth here at Pho Hanoi. So that broth here was absolutely delicious. But now let me go ahead and try the meats. So, you know, question for you guys. You know they give this sauce. Do you guys put this inside the soup itself, or do you dip the meat in it? You know, I hear different theories of how it should be done. For myself, I'm a purist in that I'm happy with how the broth tastes on its own. Here's a piece of I believe this is the brisket. So this is a cut of the brisket, which is one of the meats inside the special combination. So let me try this. Actually, I'll dip it too and get a taste. First bite. Ooh, that has some real kick to it. This is not sriracha. This is much hotter. Whatever this is they're serving, and it looks like a very bright orange in color. So not sure what Pho Hanoi uses for their hot sauce, but this is hot sauce here. Here's the tender beef right here. Or this is the flank, it looks like. And it's a huge piece. Let me break it apart so it's not so big. And it feels nice and tender in the chopsticks. So let me take a bite of the tender beef. The beef they use here is high quality. That was super tender and flavorful. A really enjoyable bite there. Here goes another piece of brisket, it looks like. I believe this is a brisket. I'm not an expert, but I believe this is the brisket. And you know, the brisket isn't as tender. It's a little more chew to it, so you got to use your teeth with that one. With the tender meat, with that flank, it was real tender when I bit into it. Here's the meatball inside the special combination. So I'm gonna dip this again. Put some of this hot sauce on it. Delicious. I usually don't order pho with the meatballs in it, but I don't know why I don't, because I really enjoy those. And that one was pretty delicious there. And when I was being served this food here, they also gave me a pair of scissors. So I'm assuming it's for this beef rib. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut little pieces of this beef rib. And I think for $9, this is a pretty good deal for this piece. So I'm gonna cut a couple pieces off so I can try it right here inside the pho. So let me get some of the broth and some of this beef rib, and take a bite of it. Right here, look at that. It's so tender too. It was so easy to cut with the scissors. Okay, I see why the beef rib is so popular here. It's so tender, beautiful texture, or wonderful texture when you bite into it, and it's real juicy, real tasty. That's my favorite meat, and that wasn't included in this special combination. But like I did, you can order it on the side for $9, and I think that's a good deal. But let me finally go ahead and try the noodles here, and let me show you. They give a ton of noodles here. So this is a large meal. For those that want a big bowl of pho, this is the place to go, because they do not skimp on the noodles or the meat for that matter. Good texture. It's a little on the softer side, so it's not really firm, but it's good. When I ordered, they offer you either the regular pho noodles like this, or you can order the flat noodle. Now I'm going to eat some of the meat with the noodles. That's the best way to eat it. Just eating everything together. That was a delicious bite there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut more of this beef in because eating the noodles, the broth, and the meat all together makes this soup like 9.1. That's how good the pho is here. I would give it 9.1, up there. Even compared to the ones in Hanoi. I do enjoy the bowls of pho in Hanoi, especially they usually cost like $2 in Vietnam, but this is an excellent bowl of soup here in the Bay Area, and you know, you're gonna pay a little bit more Bay Area prices, but you know, when I was up there in Vietnam, I took a cooking class and I learned how to make pho in the class. And I just remember after making it in the class, I said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna leave it to the experts. Just like sushi or other dishes that chefs make, it just tastes better here than what I made there in the cooking class. So let me go ahead and take another bite. This is a true meat lover's pho. If you come here and you order the special combination and the beef rib on the side, every bite's going to have a piece of meat in it. So if you're a meat lover like myself, definitely get this. But you know, leave in the comments, do you guys prefer pho ga? Do you prefer chicken pho or do you prefer beef pho? Let me know in the comments. For myself, I like beef better. But I also, on occasion, enjoy some good pho ga as well. Delicious. A ton of pho left as well as meat. So let me go ahead and continue to work on this and enjoy it. But I'll see you guys at the next stop, Pho Hanoi 9.1. Very delicious pho here in San Jose. So I'll see you guys at the next location. Hey guys, I'm once again here in Little Saigon in San Francisco to find some of the best pho located in the city. And I'm actually right across the street from Saigon Sandwich, over here on Larkin and Ellis. And the spot I want to go to is actually directly across the street, and it's called Larkin Restaurant. And the reviews say that they have some of the best pho here in San Francisco. So let's try it out. Here you can see the front of the store. And here they advertise that they have some pho, so let's go inside. How are you? You guys can see the menu here. It's a simple one. They have a few appetizers, bun sao, fried wontons. They also have bun cha, as well as the different phos available, com toms, rice plates, a few sides, but a real simple menu here at Larkin Restaurant. So I just put in my order for the combination pho here at Larkin Restaurant, and I actually stand corrected. Yesterday I said, you know, I'm a purist, I want regular pho noodles, but the owner here is from Saigon, and he said actually the flat noodles are much more common in Vietnam. I can't remember offhand. Oh, thank you. He brought me all the green sprouts as well as other items, and my pho's here. So check it out. This is the combination pho here at Larkin Restaurant. So let me give you guys an up close of what it looks like. So here you can see, guys, this is an up close of the pho. You can see the beef that they use, the meatballs and the special combination, and the flat noodles here. And it looks like a generous portion of everything. The broth looks amazing. And today is actually the opposite of yesterday. It's a cold day here in San Francisco. So this pho is really going to hit the spot right now. So as I was saying before I got the close-up of these noodles, I can't recall exactly what kind of noodles they had there in Saigon when I was there last over 5 years ago. But as mentioned here, it's more common to have flat noodles. So that's what I ordered here. And here, instead of lime, they give a little lemon. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of lemon in. I put all the bean sprouts and the jalapenos here at this location. I'm gonna mix this up real quick. And yeah, like I was saying, it's a really cold day here in San Francisco. It's windy, and this is really going to hit the spot. And the soup is still extremely hot. So let me go ahead and take the first sip of the broth here at Larkin Restaurant here in Little Saigon in San Francisco. First bite. So their broth has like a hint of sweet in it, savory. Savory, sweet deliciousness. Very nice broth. Nice and warm on this cold day. So a very comforting broth that they have here at Larkin Restaurant. So the broth is very delicious here. But now let me go ahead and take the first bite. And let me start with these meatballs here. So they have nice chunks of meatball here inside the combination pho. So first bite, meatballs here at Larkin Restaurant. So their meatballs here are a little chewier than at Pho Hanoi, but still very delicious as well. Very nice inside this bowl of pho. One thing I wanted to mention, in my last video where I did the best banh mi's of the Bay, I got some of the comments about how, here in Little Saigon and in Tenderloin, it's dangerous, that there's a lot of crime here. And I would agree with that there is a definite crime issue here in Tenderloin. But, maybe it's just from my own experiences. My first job was a block away from this, right here on Eddy Street. There used to be a Walgreens right there. And so I remember at the age of 16, my dad walked me down, or he drove me to that Walgreens because he knew the manager there. And from the age of 16 on, I worked right here in the Tenderloin. And sure, we brushed up with crime right there at Walgreens, shoplifting, whatever, and also eating here in the Tenderloin. So maybe I find myself callous, but my viewers, safety is a priority for me, for all my viewers. So if you're uncomfortable with coming to the Tenderloin, I completely understand. And there's hundreds of delicious pho spots in the Bay Area. So this is just a suggestion. You don't have to come here, but if you do, you're going to find good pho, because this is where many Vietnamese live, right here in Little Saigon in Tenderloin. So let me go ahead, keep eating, and let me go ahead and try the noodles here. Oh, thank you. So the owner's so nice, he gave me some chili oil if I wanted it. And actually, the broth is so flavorful here, I'm not going to add anything to this broth. First bite of the flat noodles here at Larkin. He's on to something. These noodles have a little chewiness to them, which is delicious. It holds the broth well when you take a bite of it, so you can taste the broth within the noodle. And these are pretty delicious flat noodles here. And not to mention, look at the portion I got here of pho for $13.50. So this is old school prices here in Tenderloin. And one day, Tenderloin will probably be gentrified. Maybe not in my lifetime, but while it's still the way it is, you know what? You're going to get an affordable, delicious bowl of pho here. And when it gets gentrified here, in 20 years, the bowl of pho won't be $13 anymore. So get it while it's a great deal here at Larkin Restaurant. So yeah, these noodles, excellent here at Larkin Restaurant. You know what, I gotta say, between the broth and the noodles, as well as the beef here at this location at Larkin Restaurant, this is on the same level as Pho Hanoi. I think it's a very delicious bowl of pho. If I was to knock anything about it, I would probably say that it could use a little bit more beef, but you know, don't forget, we're paying $13 for this bowl of pho. So price-wise, this is within range. And of course, if I asked for extra meat and asked for about $7 worth of meat, which is how much a bowl a similar size would cost, you know, this is right up there with them. So, you know, I'm gonna give this place 9.1, just like Pho Hanoi in San Jose. This is a delicious bowl of pho. Awesome. And check out all the noodles. It's just, they gave me a boatload of noodles here. So I'm finishing up this bowl of pho. This was an excellent bowl of pho here at Larkin Restaurant. I give it a 9.1. It was excellent, budget-friendly pho for $13 here in Little Saigon. So if you want to come to Tenderloin, to Little Saigon, I highly recommend this location for their pho. And they've been open since 2020. So for 5 years, they've been in business. And you know, just because something is new doesn't mean it's not good. It's a delicious Vietnamese food being served here. So I enjoyed this, but let's go on to the next spot for pho in Oakland. All right, guys, so I'm at my final destination on this pho tour throughout the Bay Area. And right now I'm in Oakland on Telegraph, on 61st and Telegraph. And behind me, Berkeley is only a couple blocks away. And I'm at a pho spot right here called Miakong, Mom and Daughter Vietnamese Kitchen. And this place is supposed to have some delicious pho, as well as a few fusion items that are supposed to be delicious. So let's go check it out. Come with me inside. So here's the business hours, 11 to 9 p.m., closed on Tuesdays, but open every other day. So let's go inside. Here's a quick preview of the menu. They have a lunch special that's Monday through Friday, 11 to 3 p.m., where it has a banh mi with a drink for $16 or $17. Also a Vietnamese dry noodle, sweet and sour seafood clay pot, and a mama's platter. They also have the regular menu with some starters like spring rolls, chicken wings, coconut prawns, street food like sticky rice, vermicelli bowl, banh mi's, noodle soups, as well as other items, shaken beef, barbecue rice plates, and sides. All right, guys, so I'm at my final stop here on the Bay Area pho tour. We just went to Pho Hanoi in San Jose, Larkin Restaurant in the Tenderloin in San Francisco, and now I'm here in Oakland, borderline Berkeley. And I'm looking forward to it. I ordered once again the beef pho at this restaurant, but I also ordered a fusion dish, which is only available during dinner time. And they told me to make sure to say that because I am here during lunch. But they're making it especially for me because I requested it. But it's a dinner item, which is called Tom Yum Pasta. And it's said to be an amazing dish. And that's why, even though this is a pho review, I wanted to show you guys the Tom Yum Pasta at this restaurant. And you know, I know this isn't extensive pho review there's so many great pho spots in the Bay Area that are worth trying, and no doubt all of you that are watching have a favorite pho spot that probably isn't even in this video. But definitely mention it in the comments. Tell me where your favorite pho spot is. But you know, I consider pho like a good friend. You have a lot of different good friends for different reasons. Maybe you talk to one friend that gives good advice, that's wise, and you turn to when you have problems. Sometimes you have friends that are generous and loving, or you have other friends that are just fun to be around. That's how I feel about pho. Each pho spot here in the Bay Area, whatever your favorite is, it doesn't diminish the fact that another pho spot is delicious in its own right. Each pho spot has its own qualities that make it special, just like our friends. So, no doubt, these spots that I am highlighting in this video are special, but I have no doubt that all the places that you recommend in the comments are delicious as well. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making an extensive pho video throughout Vietnam very soon, where I go everywhere from Saigon all the way up to Hanoi and everywhere in between. So please like, comment, and subscribe. But now I'm waiting for my food. So as soon as it comes out, I'll turn this camera back on, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is this the shaken beef pho? Okay, thank you. All right, guys, so I just got my food and it looks absolutely delicious. So as I was saying, these are actually dinner items. So don't come here during lunch to get these, but these are special items that are made strictly for dinner. And I'm starting with the shaken beef pho here. And this right here is the tom yum pasta. And I know you're probably going to say, hey, that's not Vietnamese, but this is a fusion restaurant. And I'll tell you a pretty cool story about this restaurant. This particular restaurant, Miakong, means mother and daughter, and it's owned by a couple where the husband is Mexican and the wife is Vietnamese, and the mother-in-law, of course, is Vietnamese. So in its own right, it's a fusion restaurant. So they'll carry items from different Southeast Asian countries. They also have udon, as well as other items that look absolutely delicious, and I've only heard nothing but good things about them. So let me give you guys a close-up of what the food looks like here. So here's a close-up of the shaken beef pho here, and it looks delicious. And of course they give the bean sprouts and other things that I'll be adding to it, but very hearty bowl. You can see the beef here, and I can't wait to try it. And here's a close-up of the tom yum pasta. So now I'm ready to eat, and you know, this food is calling my name, to have a delicious bowl of pho and some tom yum pasta. And you know, this would be a dream of mine, to be able to live in 6 months in Vietnam and 6 months in Thailand. That would be a culinary dream for me, to be able to live in those two countries. But let me go ahead and start with the main reason I'm here, which is the pho. And of course they give the regular items to put in, the jalapenos, and this particular item is called the shaken beef pho here at Miakong. So let me mix it all together, and it smells absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to dig in. And they give a huge portion of meat as well as noodles. So let me go ahead and, you know what, like I usually do, let's start with the broth. So first sip of the shaken beef pho here at Miakong. Ooh. So right away, the broth here has some kick to it. It has a delicious savory taste, but also kick to it. So this chili sauce is not needed at this location. You can already taste some spiciness here in the broth at this location. Ooh. Now that's what I'm talking about. You want flavor, they're giving flavor at this location. Let me take a bite of the noodles because I can't resist. Look at these noodles here. It looks absolutely amazing, and they give a ton of it. So first bite of the pho noodles here at Miakong. Wow. Ooh. Really delicious. And you know, these noodles hold that spicy soup or the spicy broth really well. So if you're looking for spicy pho, this is the #1 spot to go to. This has a real bite to it. So let me go ahead and try the shaken beef here. Wow, that's all I can say. This pho here is really good, and you know they've only been open a year, but right now just about every table is full at this restaurant. There's only 2 tables in the middle that are empty, but all around the exterior, this restaurant is full, and it's 1 o'clock. So if you come here, you will be able to find a seat, but I imagine for dinner it's even busier. So one thing I will say about the pho here is that, and this isn't a bad thing, is that it's non-traditional, because this soup is actually pretty spicy, so that might take some people by surprise. The noodles have a slightly different texture than the regular pho noodles or the flat noodles that many of the pho restaurants you go to, but in no means, by no means does that mean that this is a bad dish. This is on par with all the restaurants I went to in this food tour, with Larkin Restaurant as well as Pho Hanoi. I think this is an excellent bowl of noodle soup, or non-traditional pho. Very delicious. 9.1. Very, very good bowl of pho. And you know the beef they use here is super tender. Maybe I could give you guys a close-up. And it's extremely flavorful, this shaken beef that they use. Everything about this, the beef, the noodles, the broth, top notch. Very delicious here at Miakong. But you know what? I'm gonna put this aside for a minute so I can try this signature dinner dish, which is the tom yum pasta. And here you can see like it has like huge prawns in it. And yeah, let me go ahead and take a bite of it. It looks like they put quite a few prawns in it. So let me take a bite of the prawn first. First bite. Wow. Wow. You know how it tastes? It tastes like tom yum. So you get all the umami flavor, the sweet, the sour, the spicy, all within that bite. And you can see how creamy the noodles are. Let me take a bite, first bite of the noodles. Well, I'll tell you right now, if you like tom yum, and I do, I love tom yum, this is a dish that you're gonna love. This tastes like Thailand to me. Just a wonderful fusion dish here at Miakong. So if you come to Miakong during dinner, this is a must try. This is absolutely delicious, flavorful pasta dish. It's just bursting with flavor, of Thai flavor. So if you come here, if you're not feeling like pho, this item is killer. I give this a straight 9.10. Delicious. But I do like the pho even better because of how spicy it is. This isn't as spicy. I imagine if I add some of the chili sauce or little chili red pepper flakes, this would be even better. But let me go ahead and continue to work on this soup because their pho here is awesome. This is what I want on a cold day. Ultimate comfort soup here. Delicious. So what I appreciate about each bowl of pho that I had on this food tour is that each restaurant brings their own flavor, their own special flavors and characteristics to their individual bowls of pho. And all of them were equally great. And so many of the pho restaurants here in the Bay Area bring their own flavor, their own qualities that make them good. And that's just like the 3 restaurants that I went to. So, you know, I'm going to continue to eat this pho, this shaken beef pho here. And I want to thank all you guys for watching this video, for supporting my channel. And please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't, as I continue to bring you more food here in the Bay Area as well as worldwide. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.